With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 2nd down, Hankins. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they'll try the jet sweep here.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Phillips. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Phillips. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 8.
Off play action. Phillips. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes right side. He's at the 30, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one.
That's Samuel, caught left side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Back to throw. Phillips. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick here is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Throwing here, Rush. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On 1st down, it's Moody. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. He finds his man, complete. That's Moody. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Moody. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now Rush. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Touchdown, Browns! An touchdown grab. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Ravens ready to take over. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On third down, Hankins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Moody, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Moody. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run on first down. It's Moody. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Moody. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, it's Moody, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rush. It's caught to Charles. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rush. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Phillips over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now they try the right side here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. Phillips. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
And that's all about recognition right there because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is fielded at the 27.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. On 2nd and very short, Rush. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tucker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Rush to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Tucker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and 5.
Back to throw, Rush. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught at the 8.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and goal, Rush. That is caught at the 7. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Back to throw. Rush.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half, and we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Phillips got his man complete over the middle. It's Hayes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Phillips on 1st down.
Hitting Samuel on the slant.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now Phillips to throw on 2nd down.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 39. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the early window, we'll have our eye on that game in Jacksonville. The Jaguars going to need to be on their A game as they'll have to contend with the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Washington football team. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Hey, keep it going, dog. Keep it going.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Throwing on first down. Rush. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Rush. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 44, Rush. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
To throw on 3rd down, Rush. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Moody. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, Rush. That's complete. It's Charles. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Looking to throw. Rush. And he's got his big tight end here. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Now they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Phillips. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Phillips. Toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Phillips throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Frazier. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Phillips. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second and 11 now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Phillips. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Moody. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, rush. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st down, rush.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now a give right side. It's Moody, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun. Rush. Over the middle, complete. It's Tucker. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
On 1st and 10, Rush. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Rush. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now a give right side. It's Moody, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rush. This is caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Ravens offense back out there. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
To throw is Phillips. Throwing on 1st down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Phillips.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got his target, Samuel, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. Here's Phillips on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Hayes, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Phillips now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Phillips looking to throw on 2nd down. Back to throw. Phillips. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now Phillips to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And that will be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
On 1st down, Moody. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moody. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Finding some room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
81 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it was just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Cleveland, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.